Hey guys, it's Jack here. Wanted to give you a couple little fun-sized Jack-O-Ween treats where I give a quick review with just voiceover and a still image of whatever the movie I'm going to talk about is. I figure this would be a little fun treat to go all out this year and not interfere with my advent of horror. So let's quickly take a look at the new Hocus Pocus movie. Hocus Pocus 2 takes place 29 years after the events of the first movie. Two friends in Salem, Becca and Izzy, on Halloween visit a magic shop formerly the Sanderson Home/Museum, run by a guy named Gilbert, who gives them a double of the original Black Flame candle. They use the Black Flame candle to bring back the Sanderson sisters, who are not only after them, but after an ultimate power that the book can provide. These two girls, along with their estranged friend Cassie, have to come together to stop the Sandersons before it's too late. So I went into this movie with a lot of hesitancy. When I found out they were going to make a second Hocus Pocus, I really thought, how could you really follow up on the first one? It ended in a conclusive manner, with Thackeray Banks and his sister reuniting in the afterlife. Billy being asleep was maybe something they could do. But really, I didn't see any sort of story that could be built off of the first one that wasn't just retreading the original. But I was pleasantly surprised with how well it was executed. You know, seeing the original cast together again, there was a couple of cheesy moments, nothing that, Disney hasn't done over the top before. So there's a lot of positives with this movie. Seeing the Sandersons when they were very little and getting to see how they were when they were alive in the pre-Salem era. How they got their powers, little aspects that, kind of were left vague in the original. Also, I like that they made the siren song from the original movie kind of a running motif of an ominous curse, because that was one of the best parts of the original. Was that song was really cool because it was the first time where it was really ominous. The rest of the times when they sing, it was more over the top pop songs or whatever. And of course, there's a couple of moments that do that in this movie as well. So there was one aspect that I really enjoyed that they touched on briefly, and that is the concept of contradiction of misunderstood evil. Like this whole narrative of idolization to things for example, the reason the Sandersons are brought back is because basically someone who's a super fan of them misunderstood that they were actually evil and thought that they were more misunderstood pro-feminist, martyrs to the cause or whatever, instead of, actually being evil. So it's kind of funny to see them kind of twist on that narrative, especially from Disney. It's, stepping on a couple toes, but in a very fun way. Having rewatched the original prior to this, there was a couple of problems I had with the original, most of it being the fact that the reoccurring thing where people were awkward about the kid being a virgin. Rewatching it, you don't realize how many times they bring it up. The cop brings it up, the friends bring it up, these people bring, and it's such a weird thing. Even when that movie came out, I was always like, okay, well, the kid's in high school. He's like a freshman in high school. He should be a virgin. It was also kind of funny to see a little small nod to that. One of the minor downsides, but it's kind of understandable, is they didn't bring back any of the original trio of kids from the original movie, but I would have liked to seen a cameo from Thora Birch. Would have been funny, or interesting. But overall, I did enjoy this movie so much more than I was expecting. I thought it was a solid sequel. I enjoyed it. It was a fun kids movie. And honestly, it's a great follow-up to the original. It does its own thing without really copying the original, and it leaves the original to be its own thing, while this simultaneously pays a tribute to it and also does its own thing as well. I do think they're kind of two similar but different things, and that's kind of what a sequel really should be in the long run. Have you seen Hocus Pocus 2? Let me know in the comments down below, and keep enjoying Jack-O-Ween.